Christian, big game for the team, for the club. It's been a while since the last playoff appearance. What has been the conversation, the concentration, building up to this important match?
The focus is pretty clear. We want to win. Everything is in our side to have a good game. We had a good week, even though we still have another day to prepare for the game some more. But I think we had a good week. We had some legend of the club coming in, so I think it's a good boost. And for all of us to understand the importance of Saturday's game is gonna be huge for the club. The club hasn't been for a while now in a playoff season, and yeah, I think it's the focus is really high. I can feel the boys really locked in, and we all know the importance of Saturday's game.
What was the message from some of these guys that came in, D-Row and Ryan Nelson and the others?
We had good messages from them, but what I noticed, they were all saying that as soon as you get to the playoff, obviously you got to win, but as soon as you get to the playoff, it's a new season and everything can happen. And one of them was saying in 2004, they just got to the playoff and then they went all the way. So this is something that we could take on board and really believe that as soon as we get to the playoff, anything can happen. It's a new league, it's a new hope, and but we have to win first.
Jim? Hey Christian, how's it going?
Hi.
Is there really any pressure?
Yes, of course there's pressure. I think for the importance of the game, you should feel pressure. I feel pressure because it depends what type of pressure we're talking about. The pressure to do good, the pressure to deliver, the pressure to bring the clubs where it belongs. That means to the playoff season, and yeah, there's pressure, of course.
And on an individual level, Golden Boot looks like it's yours, barring a miracle from someone else. But was that something that you set out from the beginning of the season? Did you just contribute and it started to happen on its own? How did that?
Yes, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want my focus just to be on scoring goals and not doing the best for the team. But of course, as a forward, you want to challenge yourself. You want to see where you can go. You know, I came into this league with big respect, with big ambitions, and I knew some strikers that were doing their things. But I was like, okay, let's see where you can go and if you can challenge them.
Jay?
Yeah, Christian. This game being so big, everyone playing at the exact same time. There's millions of scenarios out there, but obviously the big one is just win and you guys are in. How much do you focus or how much do you want to hear about what's happening in those other matches? Or are you just kind of focusing on let's go out there, let's get the win? Is there a scenario where you start to maybe pay attention or maybe listen to what's happening around the league?
No, not at all, because I think prior to Charlotte's game, we knew that we have 3 games. We have Nashville, New England, and Charlotte. And we knew that we have to take game by game. But at the same time, we knew that we couldn't lose. So the focus was on Nashville to win the game. We did that. And then the focus was on New England to win the game, and we did that. And now the focus is on Charlotte. And no other teams, we're not going to play. You can play a game thinking, oh, yeah, if we tied, it's still good, and then start to rely on the other teams. You just have to focus. You play at home, you just have to win.
You've played in a lot of big games in your career. Where does the Saturday's game kind of match up when it comes to what's at stake?
I think I will say this game you have to live the moment. You have to be present. You don't have to think about what if. You know what I mean? Like sometimes there's things in life you push them away by saying, oh yeah, you see the outcome of it and you miss the moment. So I think this is something that I would say to the boys, that we have to be focused 90 minutes. We have to give everything we have, and we really have to think like the moment of the game and not after, oh yeah, we could have done this or that. We have to be like in the moment.
I feel like I've asked this question a bunch of times this year when it came to looking ahead or focusing on the game that's at stake. Is it safe to say that this is the biggest game of the year for you guys?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think we had some ups and downs through the season, and now that's it. We are there. That's the we can see the final line, and now it's up to us how fast we want to beat the other team. And but man, it's excited because this is our chance. We work so hard. We've been through many things, and now anything or everything that's been going on for us during the season, it takes 90 minutes or 90 minutes plus.
You guys had like a lull midway through the season as you were going into that break, and you kind of mentioned it how you guys had to kind of almost run the table here at the end, win those games, and had to come back against Nashville and whatnot. Is it just like kind of riding the adrenaline, the excitement of just this time of year and what's at stake?
No, yeah, I think fair play to all of us, staff, players, and everyone involved in DC, because it's so easy to give up when things don't go your way and start to point fingers to your players, to the staff, to anyone. And but we stuck together, and now we're here. So and then when we win and we go to the playoff, you guys are not gonna even talk about the season. When I say, oh, DC, what a great season, they reached the playoff. So this is gonna be the highline. So yeah, we have to do the job now.
And now we'll take some from Zoom, Matt.
We'll go to Dave Johnson.
Christian, you've been in a lot of situations with a lot of supporters and fans. I've been, fans in DC are so excited. Sellout crowd coming up Saturday. What has been the atmosphere like for you at Audi Field and the fan support you received?
It's been fun, and I feel like at times we didn't give them really what they deserve in terms of giving them like wins, at times good football, and I think this game means a lot because this is something that we can fix in 90 minutes. We can give them what they've been hoping for a few years now.
And how have you seen this team grow? Because the season's been a journey, and as you said, you've stayed together. But you could argue you're playing. You look at the results. The last 7 games, you're playing your best soccer right now. How do you feel like this team has grown?
Through adversity, I think we went to a lot of, as I say, ups and downs, and but so the boys showed character, they show personality, and you have to see also like some of the players might be their first season, or they have like not a big experience in terms of playing on a highest level. So this is something also there to deal with it. And but now we are there, and the last few games has been great. We had great results, and now it's the big one, and we have to go for it.
We'll take one last question from Byron Kerr.
Christian, how Dave was talking about it, how different is the offense now? It seems like every other team is going to game plan to try to stop you. How important is it that Gabriel and Jared and other guys are getting involved in scoring goals, and that in a way can make your game better?
I like it. I like it when the opponent focus on me, because you cannot play 90 minutes and focus just on one player. There is no way. And by doing so, it creates space for, as you say, Gabi, for Jacob, for Dahome, and for all those players, for Jared, for Ku. And that's the good thing, because when I'm by myself in a box, it's so easy, it's so predictable to defend against me, because you can put 2-3 players. But now when you have me and other players in the box, then it becomes difficult. We saw that with Nashville goal, and we saw that with New England first goal with Pedro, because the focus is on me, so it creates all the space for the boys. And this is something that I encourage them to do, to come with me, because I'm most likely bring 1 or 2 players with me, and then we play with 11. You do the math, and you will always see like a spare player.
You showed a lot to get to this point, to have a possibility of getting the playoff, Christian. What does that say about the team's, I guess, patience, maturity, to not panic when things were not looking good? You guys didn't fight. You guys, amongst each other, you guys kept on the focus. What does that say about your teammates, yourself, your coaching staff to have this chance?
Yeah, I think we have really a strong team, and it's really a family. you know that no matter what happens, we will never give up. And this is really what we show, because sometimes you can talk about it, and then when you come on the pitch, as soon as you concede a goal, you start to panic, you start to just to giving up. And I think fair play to Troy, because he's been the first one on board that was helping us, pushing us. And when you have your boss as he is, not giving up and showing us belief, showing us hope as a player, you have to follow. You have to back him up. You have to be like, man, this guy is believing that we can do it, so why not us?